Greetings, land of YouTube. We've got Bitcoin redistribution action. Lots of people have been saying this is accumulation. As you can see, this chart here, accumulation. It did flash that here with this spring. As you can see, clearly it has been following a redistribution to the letter until this spring. That's what I've been making my videos about here lately. And I've seen some comments lately on my older videos applying today's information to those. So I want to throw this out to you. Lots of people might not know. If you are searching YouTube and you type in, say, Bitcoin, and it pulls up out of videos, but see, like 9 hours, 19 hours, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 16 hours ago, 2 days ago, 5 days ago, 2 days ago. A lot of people might not know this. There's a filter. One problem with videos on YouTube is sometimes people say things and they're videos, so you can't go back and edit them. And it's even worse, if you give out wrong information in some other niche. But it's even worse with Bitcoin and like the stock market, because your opinion changes with facts, right? When the facts change, then you change. So it's even worse with this. There's a filter here. You can go like Bitcoin. You can go today. You can go last hour. See that? So if you want to follow Bitcoin, you don't want to just go watching videos that are a week old, right? Because it's kind of irrelevant, unless it's like, just information and documentaries and that kind of stuff. But if you're looking for analysis, go to filters. Lots of people probably don't know this. You can go to the hour, and here's all the Bitcoin videos that I put out in the last hour. See that? That's what you want to be doing. This isn't a subject where you want to soak in analysis from 10 days ago, right? So there's still people talking about this is some kind of accumulation phase, right? So I just want to show real quick. Well, first let's look at volume. So in the accumulation phase, people would be, of course, buying, right? And this is clearly dominated red. This giant green bar and volume down here, June 21st, is just, it was either first or second. I think this was the first most shorts in the history of Bitcoin. I think this was a history-making short session here. Second most shorts in history, I believe, something along that level. And on June 21st, this green buy bar here, that's just people buying back their short positions and leaving the market or re-entering longs. That's what these three green bars is. And then here they're probably selling their longs. And then this is just kind of traders, right? They're buying longs and they're getting out, like buying longs. And in the last 3 days, they're just selling, basically, is all that is. There's no investors in here that are accumulating. This is not an accumulation. This volume is not accumulation. See all the red in there? And then these three green bars here are basically just the result of short positions driving the market down and being bought, right? This spring does resemble accumulation, but anyone that's been saying this is an accumulation phase, it's just, if you just look at these charts, this just matches a redistribution, which goes down. It just matches it to a T until here. And I was wondering if it was a bull trap, and maybe the bulls just didn't take it. If you just look at this like you're against one single opponent called the composite man, just call him the composite man as your opponent. Maybe the composite man is trying to set a bull trap up here with this higher high and higher low. And then it comes down. Anyone out there telling you this is accumulation, maybe you shouldn't be watching them. I'm sorry to just be blunt, but so let me show you what the last 6 weeks has been, 7 weeks or so. So zoom out on that. That's money is leaving this market. Bitcoin is bleeding money. Money is not entering this. Money is leaving this. See that? That's not accumulation, right? I think this just looks like a spring, accumulation spring. Look in the charts above. I think it's just a fake accumulation spring because this was almost a record amount of short positions being rebought, and then more longs were being put into place, bought, right? And I think this is just traders. Anyone telling you there's whales out there accumulating, and to look at on-chain metrics and and look at people's wallets and they're accumulating. That isn't this market, right? I almost think some of these really experienced crypto people almost don't understand that simple fact. As strange as that may sound, and I don't mean to be critical, but the people out there making videos about whale wallets or accumulating and this and that, and that's irrelevant. This is a money market. It has nothing to do with with cryptocurrency wallets, right? I could take my Bitcoin off the exchange right now and put them in my wallet, and 30 seconds later I could just move them back onto the exchange, right? So when you see, because I saw some videos on here, I actually don't want to point them out, but there's some channels out there that are just have been calling this as an accumulation for 6 weeks, right? And here's the chart of a Wyckoff distribution, which is what Elon Musk turned this into, which I'm pretty sure is intentional. So if this plays out, you can clearly see the pattern, right? It calls for a dumpage. Now, what a lot of other analysts might not think about is, okay, so Elon Musk with one tweet, one person right here with a tweet dumped this market like 55%, right? So if you were a hedge fund or an institution out there right now in charge of billions and billions and billions or millions and millions, if you were in charge of a bunch of money that belonged to other people and your job's on the line, would you be buying Bitcoin right now knowing that it's possible a FUD attack coming, right? Because central banks, and there's a lot of people out there that don't want Bitcoin to do well right now. And there's a lot of people out there that want to buy Bitcoin for a lot cheaper price. So yeah, an attack is likely. A FUD attack is likely. It's not something that it's something the YouTubers should say is coming before it comes, right? Instead of get everyone amped up, bye, super excited, and then when the FUD comes, like, it's someone else's fault, right? So anticipate, yeah, there's probably FUD coming. So, right, the big players out there just watch this market lose 50% of its money with one tweet, one guy, one tweet. And back in through here, I think it was right in through here, there was a tweet by just some random non-celebrity, just some person put out a tweet about the U.S. Treasury is going to charge institutions with crimes for money laundering through cryptocurrency, and the tweet caused like a 20% crash. I'm not sure exactly where it was. I think it was right in through here after the all-time high. Might have been before that. Anyways, tweet in the U.S. Treasury is not a crime enforcement agency. They don't even have the power to do that. And I was watching some of the biggest YouTube channels in Bitcoin. I literally watched them run this tweet to their viewers saying, this is really bad. This is the U.S. Treasury. It's not just some, this and this. This, it's going to be. And this is how stupid it is, right? Bitcoin is cool. I love Bitcoin, but just a stupid tweet can take 20% chunk out of it. Elon Musk, 50% chunk. So expect it, right? Expect it. A tweet could come out today and dump this thing. Could immediately dump it down here, right? So that's what a lot of even the really good tech analysts, they leave that out, right? They'll leave that out, and that's FUD has had something to do with a lot of these big drops, right? So, of course, yeah, there's FUD coming. Yes, it's being manipulated. Bitcoin is being manipulated. Don't complain about it tomorrow. Tell your viewers about it right now, right? There's going to be manipulation coming. Yes, it's coming, right? And there's no whales. There's no whales accumulating through here, right? You might find some wallets and the real bull Bitcoin channels out there on YouTube. They can find a whale wallet that maybe has accumulated through here. But there's two problems with that. One is that whale wallet can turn around an hour later, 30 seconds later, tomorrow, put those Bitcoin back onto exchanges, right? So when you hear these YouTubers talk about, all the Bitcoin's coming off exchanges and they're being put in people's wallets for storage, well, that's great, and that does mean something, but it doesn't really mean anything. because they can transfer them back to their wallet, back to the exchange right away. You know, they can do it right now, right? So be careful with what you listen to out there. There's no accumulation going on through here. There might be some people accumulating, but that see the angle of that? The daily closes there on the bottom. That's 6 weeks. It's May 21st to July 2nd. That's not accumulation. Just looking at it like that. Any analyst that's been doing this for just even a couple months knows that's not accumulation, just based on that. Now, could this change? You know, if some great news comes out that 5 more countries have made Bitcoin their legal currency, and you know, could this turn into a true accumulation? Yeah, that could happen. Anything's possible, right? But that news hasn't come out, right? So the FUD's a lot easier, right? Anyone can make a FUD story. Anyone can just make up a lie right now and put it out there on social media, right? But a good story would be like a sovereign country has taken the time to vote on it and run it through their government process and make Bitcoin legal tender, right? That's not going to just happen right now. That's going to be a drawn out process that might happen over a little bit of time, right? So that's the thing with FUD. I was expecting it earlier. I was really expecting this to drop sooner. I was. The FUD storm hasn't come, right? I was making videos talking about the FUD storm. It was going to be up here. There was a little bit of FUD, but yeah, Bitcoin's going to be attacked, right? It's going to be manipulated. I just can't imagine anyone who's super excited to invest in Bitcoin right now. So basically what I think is going on here is this is mainly just traders playing their trading games with each other, right? A lot of this volume. And you can clearly see, I mean, since we even dumped, it's dominated by red, right? And like I already said at the beginning of the video, this little sign of hope, green here, is those are just short positions buying back their shares and taking that money out of the market, right? Or they're re-entering the longs, right? Which this big red bar, they sold them and took that money out of the market. So long story short, just ignore these Wyckoff charts. This is a market that's losing money. That's not called accumulation. Even though YouTubers can probably find plenty of stories where so-and-so is accumulating and this and that, but this is not accumulation, right? Just a simple glance at the volume tells you it's not accumulation. This might look like it this spring. Like I said, there's a couple of reasons why this looks like it, like an accumulation spring, but this was the result of this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like a week-long short attack that took it from 42,000 to 28,000, and those just shorts being bought back. That's not someone accumulating right there, right? In my opinion, this volume is just basically traders. I don't think anyone is investing money right now. Like I say, you know, it's a good idea just to look at this like you're against one single opponent, right? And we'll call him the composite man, right? So there could be YouTube channels out there, and it sounds like I'm dogging other YouTube channels, and I'm not, but I just want my viewers to have good information, solid footing, because anyone can make a video right now saying that so-and-so, some whale is accumulating, right? And maybe that's true, but don't look at it like that, right? Who cares about one person doing something or this and that or one institution? Just view this as one entity. You're playing a game against one entity, the composite man. And the composite man is clearly taking money out of this market, right? Just look at the volume, glance at the volume. That's not accumulation. Glance at the redistribution chart here, right? It's a mirror image of the first 3 peaks that go down, and it changed right here. This peak was not supposed to come up that high. It does kind of fit the accumulation chart, but there's no other indicator to say that the composite man's accumulating here. it all says it's going down, right? So watch out for maybe this getting pumped up. Well, first of all, what you want to watch is this this low right here. You want to watch for this to sit, if this is going to come down here and set a lower low, or if it's going to remain a higher low. If it stays a higher low, something like this, it comes up here and does this, watch out for a bull trap here, right? Like 42, 43, 44,000, or about 42. Just when it comes up here and does this, like see how it's kind of mimicking this accumulation chart. Watch out for this. Watch out for the bull trap, right? And then boom. So it almost feels like to me like this was a bull trap and the bulls just didn't bite on it. For now, that's what you'll be watching, right? Next couple of days. I did think this would happen earlier, but maybe it's going to be more drawn out. In my last video, I didn't say that. In previous videos, I said that. Maybe it just starts to not look like anything and just does this for a couple more weeks. So, but what to watch for if you just want to watch this, you want to make sure if it's going to follow that accumulation chart as it has been doing for the last 10 days or so, it needs to set a higher low and a higher high, right? Low needs to be higher than this one, and the high needs to come higher than this one. And then be very, very careful of a bull trap being set, right? Because the composite man has far more to gain for something like this to happen, however it gets down there, right? The composite man wants to accumulate down here, right? The composite man doesn't want to pump the price up to 50,000 and accumulate here, right? This doesn't make any sense. So this is a game against the composite man. Be aware of that fact, right? And watch out for any channels telling you there's super bullish news and there's accumulation. This is not bullish. That chart's not bullish. The volume is not there. There's no accumulation going on by the composite man. So just be careful out there and stay safe. I really don't got anything to talk about until we get out of this. I mean, it'll show its hand eventually. Just watch out for bull traps would be my advice, and stay safe. And I'm looking to buy a bunch of Bitcoin down here somewhere, however long it takes. I'm still inclined to believe it's coming down here. Why would the big players have any reason whatsoever to invest right now and drive the price up so they can accumulate more Bitcoin up here, right? No. If Bitcoin's at $1 million in 5 years from now, would they have wanted to do this now down here and buy, or would they do it up here at 60,000? Right? If you had $10 trillion, the market cap of gold that you wanted to stuff into Bitcoin over the next 5 years, would you want to start out at 60,000, or would you start out at 20,000? It's pretty clear, right? But with that being said, I could be wrong, but anyways, just watch for that. So what you watch for in the next couple of days. Where the next couple of days close. If it comes down here and closes lower low, then things can get pretty ugly. Watch out for a FUD. Watch out for the FUD storm, right? The lies and the FUD and the Scooby-Doo and the the Elmer FUDs. I don't know where Scooby-Doo came from, but he could be in there somewhere, I suppose. Right? Lower low, FUD. Like FUD could tank this market right now, right? So just be careful. And anyways, hope you enjoyed this. As always, thanks for watching.